Gold Rush, a pale pink sunrise, spreads over a remote gravel plain. The silence is thick. A massive tracked excavator rumbles into frame, its engine idling, exhaust curling into the cold air. The new excavator stands tall and ready, boom extended, bucket resting just above the frost-crusted ground. The ground appears undisturbed for years, ancient river gravels, frozen layers, hidden riches. The operator climbs down, wipes the frost off the glass, surveys the terrain. The camera pans across the valley. Ridges of gravel, slopes of bedrock, shadows deep. Buckets laden with coarse gravel await. They'll flip the earth, unearth the pay dirt. The machine swings its arm back. The bucket cuts into the surface. Gravel cascades. The screen shifts to the conveyor system, sluice boxes, traps set ahead. The mission: dig deep, flip the layers, trap the gold. Scene 2. First flip gold rush. The excavator's bucket snaps into the ground, fractures the frost layer, rips out a chunk of gravel and ice. The boom lifts, heavy material suspended mid-air, then tipped onto a feeding hopper. The camera closes in on the gravel tumbling into the hopper, dust and ice shards dancing in the beam of floodlights. Downstream, water pumps surge, sluice mats begin to vibrate. Riffles glisten. The flow of water meets the incoming gravel. Gold cannot hide for long. The excavator swings again, aiming at a different trench. The bucket cleaves into a dense layer of clay and sand. This could be the pay zone. The clay breaks away. Gravel spills. The cycle repeats. Dig, lift, dump. The landscape changes. Mounds of waste rock pile up behind the machine. Ahead, the screen feed moves forward. Scene 3. Setting the traps. The next cut, the focus shifts to the trap systems. A chain of sluice boxes, shaking tables, magnets, and a cunning new trap line constructed with heavy-duty riffles, gold catcher mats, and custom high-volume water jets. The camera glides along the sluice, watching water surge, foam tumble, gravel flow. Buckets of material funnel in. The sluice shakes, riffles flex. Fine golden dust begins to settle under the mat, the heavier pieces sliding down the trap line. Meanwhile, the excavator keeps up the pace, flipping new ground. The machine's tracks churn gravel, sending tremors through the camp. The crew moves silently, hands on controls, eyes on monitors, ears tuned to the hum of pumps. Scene 4. The glint in the bucket. A dramatic moment. The excavator bucket lifts a heavy load. The operator swivels the cab. In the bucket, a bright glint. A golden nugget catching the floodlight. Time seems to pause. The machine hovers over the hopper. The bucket tilts slowly. Gravel falls away, but the nugget remains perched on the edge. It glows. The operator signals silently. The crew gathers at the sluice feed point. With precision, they divert that bucket's load into a special chute, directing it to the high-grade trap line. The sluice boxes roar. Water cascades. The trap line vibrates. The golden piece flows into view, then disappears, caught by the catcher mat. The camera zooms in. The nugget resting in the trap, unstoppable. The silent triumph is visible. 5. Trouble beneath the ground. Fault enters the narrative. The excavator swings, bucket meets resistance. A massive boulder hidden beneath a clay layer refuses to budge. The boom jolts. The machine lurches. Gravel sprays. The operator holds the joystick firm. Grinding metal, hydraulic hisses. The boulder shifts, just a little, then breaks free, releasing a torrent of sand and ice. The conveyor belt shudders, sluice boxes sway. The trap line trembles under the surge of extra feed. Water pumps strain. The crew leaps into action to adjust flow rates. The excavator repositioned, bucket lowered, but the terrain has changed. The crew adapts. They redirect waste rock away from the plant, clear the obstruction, reset the chute. The trap line stays alive. The gold hunt continues. Scene 6. High volume flip snow, the tempo increases. The excavator digs deeper, bigger loads. The boom sweeps wide arcs. Aerial shot. The machine looks small amid vast gravel berms. Each load flips thousands of cubic feet of material. The conveyor belts hum. Gravel rivers flow. The trap line works overtime. Water jets push, mats vibrate. The gold flecks swirl and settle. Close up. Gold flakes glitter under LED lights on the sluice mat. Slow motion. A tiny nugget slides into the catch basin. The operator signals the pick hammer. The crew releases collected gold into pans. The camera captures the moment. Gold dancing, swirling, finally resting. Scene 7. Golden harvest under floodlights. Night falls. The camp lights blaze. The excavator rests for a moment. Tracks still warm, hydraulic oil gleaming. The crew gathers by the sluice. Clean out. No words. Hands pick over the concentrate. A shallow tray of black sand, gold specks like stars. They rinse it carefully. Water flows. Sand washes. Away, gold sinks. A coin-sized nugget emerges. A moment of silent celebration. Nods, satisfied smiles, gloved hands lifting the piece. The camera pans back. The excavator silhouette against the night sky. Mounds of gravel behind. Sluice boxes and trap lines alive with motion. The gold hole glows under floodlight. The season is paying off. Scene 8. Reflections in metal and gravel. Dawn returns. The valley is quiet again, but signs of work everywhere. Track marks across the gravel plain. Piles of waste rock. Sluice boxes drained and cleaned. The trap line set for next feed. The excavator stands idle for a moment, then revs up again, ready for the next flip. Members climb aboard. Helmets on, gloves adjusted. The camera sweeps the machine. Hydraulic cylinders, wear plates, bucket teeth, cab glass. This machine is not just iron. It's the key to the operation. The valley's secret lies under its bucket. To the trap line. Empty mats from last night replaced. The water pumps primed. Sluice boxes ready. The silent rhythm of machine plus trap plus gold resumes. The cycle. Flip ground. Trap gold. Repeat. The promise of more gold lies ahead. Scene 9. The big cut core moment. The excavator moves into a previously untouched section, the mother cut. Boom extends, digging deep into a clay-gravel interface where ancient river channels converged. The bucket loads heavy material. Gravel, clay, rocks. The feed rate goes up. The sluice system buzzes. The trap line works full throttle. Close up. Gold flakes swirl in the feed water. One large nugget glitches past the riffles but is captured by a secondary magnet trap. The camera slows. The nugget drops into the catch box, held fast. The crew exchanges silent high fives. The feed continues. Gold glitters under the light. The valley echoes with the roar of success. 10. Closing shot. The excavator swings its bucket high. Release dust, shimmering in the rising sun. Gravel falls in slow arc. The camera pulls back. The machine dwarfed by the landscape. Piles of processed gravel stretching behind. Cask of floodlights still glowing. The trap line stretches ahead like a silver thread. Water flows, gold catches, and the valley whispers of new riches. On breaks over the quiet valley. A fleet of heavy equipment crests the ridge, hydraulic pumps hissing, thick exhaust plumes trailing behind. The excavator takes a center stage. Long boom extended, bucket poised like a giant claw. The crew watches, tools in hand, ready for the first strike. The ground is rough. Permafrost partially thawed, gravel layers compressed by millennia. The excavator rips through the surface, dumping buckets of raw gravel onto a wide conveyor belt set up nearby. Vibrations hum through the machine, and a fine mist rises as ice and rock break apart too. Flipping the pay dirt with each scoop, the excavator reveals layers previously untouched. Gravel, clay, ancient riverbeds. The crew directs the flow. Some material goes straight for screening, some diverted for testing. Traps have been set. Sluice boxes, shaker tables, high-volume water jets. The aim: trap the gold, the glitter in the streamers, the nuggets that hide in shadows. Spotlights cast long shadows across the sluice mats. Water rushes through riffles. Gold flakes catch light and slide downward, heavy and unyielding, seeking the trap's bottom. The crew leans in, eyes narrowing as gold begins to accumulate. Bucket after bucket, the excavator feeds the system. Gravel churns, water foams, gold begins its descent 3. The trapline momentous sudden halt. The excavator operator brings the boom to rest. Something caught his eye, a bright glint in the bucket. He stops, peers closely, tilts the bucket gently. A small golden nugget sits on the lip. The crew freezes. A collective breath. Then a grin. The material is diverted, carefully directed, into a designated trapline area. They've built custom traps, cascades of metal plates, sluice mats, magnet-style gold recovery devices. The goal: isolate the rare, heavy gold from tons of worthless rock. The excavator flips more ground. The traps hum. Slowly, the payoff builds.